Okay, let's start that narrative over. So the next question is, we're talking about how tight these need to be, right? We don't want to pull these in too far, right?
Well,
because this net will
these sit up
deflect,
higher,
right?
so we're trying to keep this center line somewhat up like that as we fasten the thing.
Right.
If we push this down in between the low spots, we lose, the netting starts getting all distorted and twisted, and
right.
so that's another reason we might want to grab it more in here with our ties. Rather
Right,
than
because if it's
6
so
to 8
high,
inches.
it's going to want to keep sucking it down and pulling it up. Okay. So tell me about the corners, or the issue you're having with corners.
So this is our ideal for the corner. We ran this one first all the way to the corner, wrapped the pieces around. We just have one of these anchors on here now, but of course we'd put 3. So it goes all the way around. The loose ends come each way and are locked on. Then this other one comes to it, and same thing. We'll put 3 grips on here if this is approved, and tied in right there on the corner. This seems a lot better than doing the other corner and having multiple seams, and it's nice and straight. There's the zip ties and this extra would all be cut off after we put the other grips on here.
So what's the existing corner detail that you understand?
I don't fully understand it, but it's bending around bending around the corner, and then it says cut it after you get it off. So we tried bending it around the corner, and it doesn't want it. Then everything really gets distorted. And
so that's why we made straight runs, so that we could have a clean connection at the corners, right?
Yeah, we have all our pieces will lay out so we can make it from end to end. It'll work that way. Except this one corner doesn't show the detail. So this, again, here's a corner temporarily put on. This is how we'd wrap it, put 2 more grips on each one of these. Then we'd come off of this corner doing the same thing and tie into this on each one of these with 3. This piece is missing right here. So what I was thinking the best would be to end it on this one, wrap around this one, cut this netting here, wrap around this right here, so nothing goes here. If you want these connected, we can connect it with cables and grips and tie it all back together, but I don't think we want to open netting trying to float in here. So this one would just cap just like over there.
Well, then how do we capture this one?
With another net. So the net will go right around this one, like then there, and then tie into this.
So this net right here can't just take a 45-degree angle and terminate over here?
Yeah, that's how we started, but it gets all super sloppy trying to put a net in here with nothing in it. And then you got to cut it and tie it. It just seems better. We got plenty of net to put it over this, or if you wanted us to do a corner, we could do it. It just doesn't seem as strong.
Well, it's an inside corner, so if you're trying to protect it from tension that way, an inside corner doesn't generally work. We're gonna have the engineers tell us, but it seems to me like this should be positively attached over here.
It'll still be attached, so it shows.
And then this just stops where it is, as you said.
Okay, so here's the attachments. So we could still attach this and attach that one. And if you want them attached, we got plenty of cable where we could say this was in. We could cable them together. But trying to bend this net around and cut it. And it's in air. There's nothing for it to pull on right here, right? So I'm thinking it's better to cap that.
I guess there's nothing for it to pull on except if you cinch it real tight, right? It would. I don't know. They're studying the forces of what this piece is going to do if it breaks off, and it's going to go right through that skylight. So it's an important piece. Their issue, I believe, is if you put one tie back down to the ground on it,
It shows, yeah, tie back there.
Actually,
So
it doesn't. Oh, here's the tie back.
Yeah, one there, and then the cable's running across from here to here, and then you got a tie back tie to it right here like
Yeah.
this.
So if it's sitting alone, one tie back, you know, it can spin off. It can.
Okay,
It could
so
rotate.
It's going to be tied to this one. All this cable is going to be connected to it, right? This one's got to end somewhere too, and if you want, you just run cable tying the two together. But
So you have a net here connected to this piece,
So it's this-
and then
this-
cables connecting this. This net terminates here, and a cable to
yeah,
that
just
one.
picture this net right here, this small piece, doing the same thing right around this one, and that one ending just like this, and then however you guys want to connect them, we can. But it just doesn't seem like bending this around this corner. Say this was long enough. You're not going to have any strength with nothing in there, right?
No, you'll have, like as you said, you'll have a lot of slack that you can't
So
control.
it seems unnecessary. Let's tie that there, tie this one, and then tie them together.
Makes
And
sense
it
to
can
me.
come straight across, right? Instead of
Yeah. Okay. So for this video, the issues are our outside corners. Is this acceptable? Obviously, we will have more shackles on, but they're just, this is the mock-up to show the configuration of the corner. This looks pretty clean. I like it.
and it'll be cinched down more too. We don't have that.
Right. So, and then the issue here then is this outside corner with the missing pawn piece. We'd like to terminate this net here, and then have a separate net that captures this piece and ties to that. And then if you require any other cables that would attach this net to that net.